Hi everyone, welcome to the Thursday Facebook Live class. My name is Amanda and I'll be leading your class today. For today's class, you're going to need an exercise band, some good footwear, we recommend runners, some space wherever you're planning to do this, and then a chair and always a water bottle, okay? So for the most part, I'll be demonstrating and showing the exercises in standing, but just remember you can always sit at any time and do any of our exercises right on the edge of the seat as opposed to far all the way back. So we really want to sit on the edge and really remember our good posture, okay? So make sure that chair is close by. We're also going to be challenging your balance a little bit today. So again, want to make sure you're able to hold onto the chair and have it close. So while you're going and getting that stuff, let's just quickly brief into our ABCs. So let's start with A. So A is for abdominals. So we want to tighten our abdominals, thinking of bringing our belly button in towards our spine. B is for our bum. So we don't want to stick it out. We actually want to tuck it in and give it a good squeeze. C is for our chest, so we want to open up through our chest like you're showing off a nice necklace or a bow tie. And then the second C is chin, so that's where we want to tuck that chin. So you actually want to do all your ABCs at the same time, okay? So holding all that in and remembering to breathe. So we've got lots going on. So I'll be referring to the ABCs throughout the rest of the class. But let's get warmed up and let's just start with maybe a little trunk rotation, because as we age, we might get a little stiff in our hips and our shoulders. Although twisting like side to side like this is still very functional, especially if you're still driving and we need to shoulder check. So we're gonna get into some trunk rotation work. Again, have that chair nice and close. So you can even bring your belly right up to it if you want, okay? Or just have it close by so you can grab it, okay? So let's start with our feet hip width apart, okay? Remembering our ABCs, arms out in front of us, but keep them below your shoulders. And now your eyes are gonna follow your right thumb. So just your right arm is moving out to the side, just your right arm. And your eyes are following your thumb. So you don't need to be looking at me anymore. You're going to be following that arm as it's opening up to the side. And then you're going to twist your shoulders, twist your hips, and then turn your neck. And then slowly, carefully come back. So we want to do this one really slow and back. Now we're going to do the other side. So now your eyes are following your other thumb as you're opening out to the side, squeezing your abdominals, squeezing your bum, turning your shoulders, turning your hips, turning your neck, and then slowly, carefully coming back. Perfect. So we're going to try one more option. This time, I want you to put your feet together, so as close as together as you can. So what we just did is we narrowed our base of support, so our balance is going to be more of a challenge. The best, most secure base of support is hip width and knees bent, right? By narrowing that base of support, we're definitely going to be maybe a little bit more wobbly, which is okay because we want to challenge our balance every day. So really thinking of bringing those abdominals in towards your spine, really squeezing your bum, and really feeling your feet grip the floor. So let's try this again. Arms out in front, eyes are following your thumb. As you open your arm out to the side, nice and slow. Really squeezing your abdominals, squeezing your bum. When you start to get a little wobbly, squeeze everything. And then slowly, carefully coming back. Feeling your feet gripping the floor. Back, other side, open, your eyes are following your thumb, you're opening up your shoulders, turning your hips, turning your head, and then slowly, carefully coming back. Awesome. Let's roll those shoulders up and down and back. Let's get into our warm up. So let's start with a march. Let's just focus on lifting those knees, still working on our ABCs, just pumping those arms forward and back. Again, you can hold on to the chair, or you can sit right on the edge and do any of this stuff from a sitting position as long as you're on the edge of your seat and you're still maintaining that good posture. All right, let's take this march a little bit wider. So we're gonna go wide, and chair out of the way a little bit. Again, thinking of lifting up those knees, so you might have to slow it down just a little bit. Good for 4, 3, 2, and back to a narrow march. Nice and tall. For 4, 3, tuck the chin, 2, and wide. Last time. Good, shoulders down and back. Squeezing those abdominals in 4, 3, 2, and back to the front. Good, let's do the front crawl. Okay, so just bringing those arms forward, warming up through our shoulder joints, range of motion. Keeping the feet moving if you can. If the arms are confusing, you can just stay right here. Good, let's try the back crawl. Good, and the breaststroke. So open, big arms. Good for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let's start with your right foot. We're going to do a 1, 2, 3 tap just to change the sequence and using our brain. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 tap front. 1, 2, 3 tap. 3 tap. So it helps when you say it to yourself. Tap, tap, nice and tall, tap. You can even point to that toe, tap, tap, good. Tuck the chin. You can pick it up if you want, go a little bit faster, or you can slow it down. Your choice. 4 more, 3, 2, and now we're going to keep the same sequence but tap to the side. So 1, 2, 3, tap side. I'm just extending the same arm as leg. Good, so 3 taps, tap out. Again, you can pick it up if you want. Go a little bit faster. Or go slow. Your choice, your workout. You know how you're feeling. Remember to worry about that. Okay? Listen to your body. Slow it down if you need to. Sit on the edge of your seat if you need to. For 4, 3, 2, and now we're going to tap to the back. Back. So 1, 2, 3, tap back. You can do the same arm as leg, just a little jab to the front. Reach. Good. Squeeze those abdominals. Don't let them go. Reach. Good. 4 more. 3, more, 2 more, and last 1. Good, back to the step touch. Can you lift those knees up and just tap the top of your thigh? So don't drop your chest so it's closer to your thighs. You're actually standing up and all you're doing is lifting your legs, tapping the top of your thighs, nice and tall. Again, holding the chair if you need to. For 4, 3, 2, and now bring your heel to your bum. So just bending that leg, bringing your heel up. For this one, I like to do the reach and pull, reach, pull. Okay, again, if the arms are a little confusing or a little too much, you don't have to worry about them. Just do the legs. Nice and tall. Tuck the chin. For 4, 3, 2, and now let's do what we call the hopscotch. You're going to just bring that inside foot up, tap the inside of it. Again, we're not dropping down. I'm still maintaining a neutral spine. Standing up tall, I'm just bringing my leg up. Just tapping the inside even of the ankle. Good, or on the side of the leg or the calf. In 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to a march. What do we have for time? Only about 10 minutes. Let's go a little bit more cardio, but let's focus on step touch to the side. So you're going to want to have a little room. Have the chair in front of you. Okay, so we're going to go 2 step touches to the one way, 2 to the next, 2 step touch. Good, and we're just going to do really big arm circles around. Big arm circles, up and around. Good. So it doesn't have to be big step touches, or if you want to make it bigger, go ahead and travel and make it big. Good. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Back to a little bit of a march. We're going to work on our crossing behind. So we can get ourselves sometimes into situations where our legs are crossed or something. So we want to practice crossing them and then uncrossing them. So again, in a safe, supervised area, holding onto the chair if you need to. Okay, you're going to step out, cross behind, step out together. So step out first, cross behind, uncross the front foot together. So again, you can have that chair in front, step out, behind, out, together, out, behind, out, together. You can go a little bit faster if you want. Naturally, the dancer in me feels like I need to clap right there. You don't have to. And you can slow it down too. Step out, behind. Lots of options. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right. So let's just do a slow step touch to the side. Slow down the heart rate. If you're finding you got it up quite high, that's good. We do want to get your heart rate up during the cardio section. But before now we go to the strength component of the class, we want to bring that heart rate down a little bit. Slow down that breathing. Good. Perfect. So my heart rate came down nicely. I'm going to grab a drink. If you still feel like your heart rate's quite high or you're becoming short of breath, maybe do a few more of just step touches. All right. Perfect. Okay. Let's start. Let's start with the lawnmower, okay? It's nice today. I don't know if you're watching live. It's June 6th. The sun is shining, but the wind is out of control. But it is spring here right now, so we do want to practice starting the lawnmower. So you're going to put your foot on the band, so you're standing on the band, and then the opposite hand is holding on to it, okay? So it takes quite a bit of balance for this one, or you can have the chair in front. So you're holding on to the chair is an option, or you can hold on to your thigh and brace yourself here. But what you need to watch for is that angle. So we want our neck and spine all the way down to your tailbone is in line. So you are leaning forward a little bit, but my shoulders are still down and back. So don't round forward. Don't try to stand up tall. You do need to lean forward slightly. Okay? So with this one, hand by your side, right below the shoulder, you're going to pull the band towards your hip. Elbow comes straight back and then down. So pull to your hip and down. Now I'm sure you're kind of checking this out, looking at me. Once you get the idea and you're doing it properly, then make sure you shift your gaze to about 4 to 5 feet in front of you. Otherwise you're cranking your head, right? And then that's not good neck and spine alignment. Okay, exhale as you pull. Good. Now a lot of people in class, I know I can't see you, but make sure you're not one of those people that brings it up to your ribs. Okay, that's not your hip. Bring it to your hip bone. So I always say right where your belt would be. Good. So that standing leg that's bent, that front leg, you might start feeling it in that because it's taking a lot of your weight. Let's do 4 more. You can always hold on. 3, 2, and 1. Awesome. Okay, standing up. Shake that out. Like I said, you might feel it in that leg. Let's switch sides. Okay, so now the other foot is on the band, and then the other hand is holding the band. Okay, again, here we go. We're on a nice angle, leaning forward slightly. Front knee is bent, back leg is straight. Okay, just pulling the band up. We'll loop it around a little bit. Pull it up to my hip and down. So the elbow is going straight back behind me. You can also think of bringing kind of your shoulder blade over to the middle of your spine. Good. That arm goes straight down and up. So if you do a couple, you should be able to start feeling it. If you're finding it's too easy, maybe grab more of the band, right? Or if it's too hard, grab towards the end of the band, okay? But after 2, you should be able to feel it. Breathe. Again, our gaze, you want to look 5 to 6 feet in front of you. Keep that neck and spine in alignment. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Good, shake that out. That feels good. Let's do the chest fly. So we're gonna put our band behind our back. Okay, right up underneath our armpits, like you're toweling off. Okay, moving my chair out of the way a little bit. Again, feel free to sit if you need to. Okay, arms are straight out to your sides. Okay, arms stay straight as you bring them together and then open them back up. the chest and opening back up. So I don't feel it right now. So I'm gonna grab closer to my armpits to make it a little bit harder, okay? And if you're finding it too hard, you always have options. You can grab closer to the end of the band, or if you have any shoulder problems, you can always do this one without the band. And just doing your arms like this, opening and closing your arms, you're working on the range of motion of your shoulder joints, which is just as important. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. And last one. Good, perfect. We're gonna do one more back exercise. We're gonna do the paddler's row. So we're gonna have a seat for this one. We're gonna sit right on the edge of our chair, grabbing the band still. I'm gonna extend my legs out in front of me, but I'm gonna always have that soft bend in my knees, okay? Never fully extend or lock any of your joints, your knees or your elbows. Put the band underneath my feet. My heels are touching the floor, and they stay touching the floor, but my toes are up in the air. I'm gonna loop it around my hands a little bit. And then I always like to start with my shoulders up, and then I set them down and back. Okay, so this one is an easy one to kind of sit like this, roll the shoulders forward, poke the chin forward. So we really want to lift our shoulders up, down and back, tuck the chin, and now you're set, you're ready. So with this one, our arms are going to stay straight. Okay, so we just did a bent row. Now we're going to stay straight and do a straight arm row. So my arms stay straight at my sides as I'm pulling them behind my back just until I feel a little bit of a shoulder squeeze. I'm squeezing my abdominals and then I'm releasing. So my arms are straight the whole time and I'm just gently squeezing my shoulder blades and release. I want to exhale as I pull back. Inhale as you come forward. Exhale. Inhale. Really squeezing your abdominals here because you will feel this in your abdominals as well if you're squeezing them tight enough. Good. Sitting up tall. Tuck the chin. Good. Let's do 4 more. 4. 3. Keep the heels down. Don't lift your feet. 2. And 1. Whew, good stuff. Let's grab a quick drink of water, okay? All right, now we've done some upper body stuff. Let's give it a little break. Let's go right into some legs. And let's do the sit to stand, or known as the squat, okay? So lots of different versions and options here. I'm going to show you with the one we're just going to start on the edge of our chair. Now, make sure your knees are apart and your feet are apart, but your feet are underneath you. So if you have them too far in front of you, you can't lift your bum up from here. They have to be right underneath of you, okay? You can have your hands on your thighs, your hands across your chest, or even your arms out in front, okay? So all we're going to do is you're going to shift your weight forward, load your legs, and then slowly lift your bum up and squeeze. Then as you go back, stick your bum behind you, slowly come down and have a seat, okay? So you can use your legs, lean forward, push yourself up, squeeze your bum at the top, and then as you come down, stick that bum behind you. You can even reach for the chair. Okay, maybe you have arm rests on your chair too. You can use those to stand up and then sit down. So we do this 100 times a day, standing and sitting, standing and sitting. But the key right now, what I want you to focus on is slowing it down and really focusing on the muscles that are working. So your quads and your glutes, okay, as well as your hamstrings. Okay, so I'm going to do a few more nice and slow. Rock forward, slowly coming up, squeezing my bum at the top, and then slowly, carefully going down and sit. Good. Again, forward and up, squeeze. Here's an option for you. If you want it just a slightly harder, more of a challenge, as you bend down, just touch your bum and then come all the way back up. So I didn't actually sit. I just stuck my bum back. I just touched the chair, but then I came back up. So that's an option, right? Or like I said, you can slowly go down, sit, and then slowly come up. So let's count in 4. Let's go down in 4, up in 4. So 4, 3, 2, 1, and up, 2, 3, 4. Again, down, 2, 3, 4, and up. You can have a chair in front of you as well to hold on to. Squeeze, down, 4, 3, 2, 1, and up, 2, 3, squeeze, last time, down, squeeze the abdominals, 2, 3, 4, and up, 2, 3, and squeeze. That should really make a difference just by slowing it down, okay? And that's what we want when we're strength training and using our bands. Or even without our bands, we want to go nice and slow. Next thing we're going to do is our hip abduction exercises, okay? So again, have the chair close by to hold on to. Standing up nice and tall, you're going to think there's a string attached from the top of your head, pulling you straight up to the roof. Okay, you're going to lift your leg out to the side. As you do, you're thinking of lifting with the heel and turning your toe back in towards your body. And then down, and we're going to alternate here. Leg goes out to the side, turn the toe in, and down. So here you can hold on to the chair. Maybe you can try a finger or two. Okay, some people find it easier to balance with their hands on their hips. Some people like their arms out. Again, notice we're not going for height here, okay? That's not what this exercise is about. It's about turning that toe in, so we're really activating and getting into those hip abduction muscles that are so important to keep strong because they help us climb in and out of the car, in and out of the bathtub, okay? We want to keep these ones strong so we stay independent for as long as we can, right? And anytime you're doing any leg exercises, you can also incorporate some balance, right? So my legs are getting stronger, but I'm also focusing on my balance. And we need to be practicing our balance every single day. So, check, done for today, okay? Good. Let's do 2 more each side if you're still with me. Nice and slow, standing tall. I'm not leaning at all. I'm not leaning. 1 more each side. And last one. And rest. That one you should really feel right in here. Okay? Let's grab our bands. Let's go back to some arms. And let's do arm curls. So, a couple options here. You can always, again, sit on the edge of your seat and do this one. You can put both feet on the band. Okay? This makes it a little bit more of a challenge. If you have a shorter band, or maybe a band that has a lot of resistance, you can even just do 1 foot on the band. Okay? So you have a couple options with the arm curls. We're going to do just regular arm curls. So your palms are facing the front. I have newspapers tucked in underneath my elbow and my ribs. And you have a couple options here. So if we do both arms at the same time, it's a little bit harder than just doing one at a time. So you can be the judge of what works for you. Like I said, 2 arms at a time is a little bit more challenging than 1 arm at a time. Making sure we keep those wrists straight too. Okay, so don't curl the wrists. Notice my elbows are in. There's no space between my arms and my ribs. Everything's nice and tight. I'm squeezing my abdominals, tucking and squeezing my bum, tucking in that chin too, and I'm breathing. Are you breathing? Inhale, exhale as you lift. Inhale as you lower, exhale as you lift. Inhale, exhale, 3 more. Inhale, exhale. Remember, you can do 1 at a time. Inhale, exhale, last one. Inhale and exhale and rest. Good, perfect. Let's do a few little triceps, and then we'll do a little reaction time game with this one. And I'll show you another little option for this. Okay, if this exercise is familiar to you, we'll show you just a little bit of an option if you want. Okay, feet hip width apart to start. Okay, arms are facing each other, palms are facing each other. We're just going to extend those arms straight out, push, and then back in, push. Good, so I'm not really feeling that, so I'm gonna grab my bands closer to my armpits to increase the resistance. I'm gonna extend my arms out and back in. Again, if you can't feel it after a couple reps, you wanna make sure you're adjusting accordingly. So you're definitely getting something out of this exercise. Good, let's go slow. And back in. Good. Let's do 4 more. 3 more. Squeezing your abdominals, tuck your bum. 2. And last 1. Perfect. So we're gonna do that game, which is a reaction game, also a brain health game, where I'm gonna say left, so you stick your left arm out and in real quick, right, out and in, and then both, out and in, okay? So it's gonna be fast. So don't hold your arm out there, get it out, and then bring it back in, nice and fast. So all you have to do is just listen to what I have to say, and then react nice and quick. Okay, I'm not gonna do it with you, so hopefully you're doing it. Let's go. Both, so both arms go, left, right, left, right, right, both, left, right, both. Okay, here's an option if you want. Now when I say left, you can stick out your left and right foot. You can take a little left and right foot, no. Stick out your left foot. So if I say left, left arm, left foot. It's one of those things, do as I do, not as I say. If I say right, and if I say both, you can just do a little bit of a lift up onto your heel, up onto your toes, or you can do a little like that, okay? So again, you can step as well, okay, if you want. All right, let's try it again. Left, left, right, left, both, left, right, left, both, right, left, both. hopefully you had some fun with that one and you found a little bit more of a challenge by taking that step, which is also working balance too. Put the band on the chair, grab some water. How are we doing for time? Perfect. Okay, so what we can do is we're going to do kind of a balance stride stance into a weight transfer, and I'll show you a few options with this one. So I do want you to have that chair nice and close by. We can take a step forward with one of your feet, just like you're taking a step, okay? And all we're gonna do is we're gonna transfer our weight to our front foot, and then we're gonna transfer our weight to our back foot. So we're transferring, my back heel is lifted. As you rock back, my front toe. So we're rocking forward, and then back, forward, and back. Can you try to let go and balance with this one? Shifting your weight forward and back, going slow. Forward, back. Good. If you want to take it up, one more option is to rock forward, come up onto both toes, rock back, and lift your toes. Rock forward, up, rock back, and lift. Arm out if you want to, nice and tall. Lift, good. 2 more. 1 more. Perfect. All right, switch sides. So put the other foot in front. And let's just start with the weight transfer. Now again, I'm not leaning forward. My body stays straight the whole time. I'm just rocking forward and back, shifting my weight. Okay, challenge your balance at this level. Maybe it's a finger or 2. Squeeze your abdominals. Okay, and then if you want, you can come up onto both toes, rock back, lift, rock forward and up, back and lift, breathe, good, 3 more, good, 2 more, up, back, last one, up and back. Awesome, perfect. Okay, have a seat. Have a seat. Let's finish with some abdominals. Okay, so let's do the one with the band behind the chair. So loop it around the chair. Okay, can you see this? So I looped it around the chair. Then I'm going to sit back in the chair and kind of wrap it around me like a seat belt. Okay, so again, it's wrapped around the chair, not my back. Okay, and I have it kind of like a seat belt, right? I'm sitting up nice and tall. I'm just gonna kind of cross it, hold on to it with both hands. From here, you're gonna squeeze your abdominals and lean forward from your hips. Squeeze your abdominals and bring yourself back up. Squeeze. Good. If you want it a little bit harder, wiggle your bum a little bit more forward so your back isn't on the backrest. And now go forward, use your abdominals, and back up. Forward, squeeze. And up. Good. Breathe. Really squeezing your abdominals for this one. This is what we're working, so let's focus on those. So squeeze them the whole time. Good. 4 more. If you're squeezing them, you're going to feel this. 3 more. All Are you breathing? 2 and 1. Whew. Definitely, I feel that one. Again, you got to really think about which muscles you're working, and that usually helps to work them just a little bit harder. Let's just do a few finger exercises. It's always good. I know, again, lately, with kind of the weather, it's kind of been raining and cold, and a lot of our participants are complaining of their arthritis acting up and stuff. So we want to make sure we're keeping our fingers and everything mobile. So we want to maybe make some fists and then spread your fingers nice and wide. How far can you spread them out? Make a fist and spread them again. One more time, make a fist and spread. Now let's just do a few finger exercises where you bring each finger to your thumb and then you stretch it, open it back up, finger to thumb, open. You're doing each finger. Good. And open and then go back. Good. Still sitting tall, right to the bitter end. Good. And play the piano. This is one of my favorites, just to get the blood flowing, get everything moving. And rest. Good. Let's end with a nice stretch. Okay, we need to practice our balance every day, and we also need to stretch every day. And each stretch should be held for 15 to 30 seconds. We don't have time to do that, but you can always stretch after, again, and hold everything a little bit longer. Okay, so sitting up nice and tall on the edge of the seat, my feet are flat on the floor. Slowly drop your ear over to your shoulder, thinking of lifting that chin up to the roof. And let's really focus on our breathing. Throughout the class, we might have held our breath a little bit here and there, because whenever we're concentrating or if we find something difficult, our instinct is to hold our breath. But actually, we want to breathe during those times. So we really want to focus on our breathing now. We also want to get oxygen to those muscles that we just worked so they can relax. Good. Let's come back up to center. Just pause for a second. And then slowly, gently bring your ear to your other shoulder. Keep the shoulders down. And focus on the breathing. Good. Back to center. And let's bring that arm straight across our body. Come between the shoulder and the elbow and give it a good squeeze. So we're pulling it in nice and close to our chest. Let's rotate that wrist. So we really want to make sure we're rotating our wrists and our ankle joints every day. Okay, we want to keep them nice and mobile and flexible, because if we were to fall, usually the first thing to come out and help us is our wrists, right? So we want to make sure we keep our wrists mobile, right? As Kimberly says, motion is lotion. So anytime you're moving your body, you're lubricating your body, which is good. And lift that arm up to the roof and then pat yourself on the back. Gently lift that elbow up. If this is difficult for you because you have shoulder range of motion problems, you can bring that same arm around behind your neck and gently lift up this way. So what we're stretching right now is your triceps. And breathe. Still sitting tall. Good. Awesome. Other arm straight across our body. Come between the shoulder and the elbow. Give it a good squeeze. And then rotate that wrist. And the other way. Good. Keep holding it. Give it one more big squeeze. Good. Lift that arm up. Patting yourself between the shoulder blades. And then gently lifting that elbow up towards the roof. If this is not your best side, then we come around behind the neck and we can do it this way. and release. Okay, open up through the chest now. Let's open our arms out to the side. Okay, slowly bring your arms behind your back, just until I feel a bit of a pull, right? So when we're stretching, we never want to feel pain. You just want to feel a pull. Then flex your wrists so your fingertips are pointed towards the back room. And you're going to feel that in your forearms, maybe up into your biceps. Sitting tall, tuck the chin, and release. Let's lift those shoulders up and down and back, up and down and back. All right, let's move on to the legs. So let's extend your leg straight out in front. Again, there's still a soft bend in that knee, but our heel is touching the floor. You want to make sure you're really close to the edge of your seat for this one, because if the chair is cutting into your hamstring, that's actually the part we're wanting to stretch right now, so it won't be as effective. Have your hands on have both hands on your bent knee as you lean forward from your hips till you feel a pull. Okay, so we don't want to round our back and drop our chin. We still want to maintain that good posture. Okay, once you feel that pull, make sure your gaze is looking forward in front of that extended leg. Then think of lifting your toes up towards your nose. And breathing. Good. And release, other side, heel down, toe up, hands on your bent knee, lean forward from your hips. Maintain that good posture. And then thinking of bringing your toes up to your nose, but keeping that heel on the floor. And release. Let's turn in our chair so you can hold on to your chair. We're going to turn so we can stretch our hip flexors and our quads. So extend that leg behind. Again, hold on to the back of the chair because just one of your bum cheeks is on and then one is off, okay? Your shoulders and hips are pointed in the same direction. We're gonna lean back just a smidge and then lift that same arm straight up to the roof. Eyes are looking out on the horizon. And again, we're feeling that pull right in the front of that leg. These muscles are tight, okay? Like I said earlier, we sit and stand probably 100 times throughout our day and we don't even know it. So these are the muscles that we need to keep doing that exercise and functional kind of activities. So we really want to make sure we're taking care of them. And we're stretching them, because if they get too tight, we can get a lot of back pain. Good. Arm comes down, knees come together. Hold on to the chair and slowly, carefully, let's turn to the other side. Leg goes back, shoulders and hips straight ahead. Lean back a smidge. And then lift the other arm straight up so you feel a stretch from your hip up into your ribs. Good. Arm down, knees together, turning, facing the front. Let's stand up. And let's end. Oh, I'm right on time for once. That's rare. All right, 3 big breaths. Let's fill those lungs. Keep your head up. Deep breath in. And exhale down. Again, deep breath in. Exhale down. Last one, deep breath in. And exhale down. Awesome. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, comments, or anything, make sure you let us know. If not, have a great rest of your day and keep moving. Bye-bye.